So to wind up our very short introduction about Cinema 4D lights, first let me say lighting in Cinema 4D is a very dense topic, and these short videos are just to introduce you at a beginner's level to get you going, to see what parameters are available. And so that as the course progresses, you will be introduced to more detailed. You'll get a chance to work with lighting as we go on here through the course. Anyway, the last light I want to talk about is the infinite light. So let me bring in the infinite light, and just like every other light, it's buried within the sphere because it's at 0, 0, 0. But check it out, it's illuminating the sphere. Okay, so the infinite light is a good, what's the word? It's a good simulation of natural sunlight. It's light that travels in infinite directions, and it's always parallel to the ground floor, to the z-axis. So if I move the infinite light way down there, it's way under the plane, and I render, well, the sphere is still illuminated. Doesn't matter where you place the infinite light. Now, again, you might have noticed what's weird is why isn't the plane illuminated? That's because the light is all traveling parallel to the ground plane. So if I add just a little bit of rotation to my infinite light, I put it at like 12 degrees of rotation there and render it. Now the plane is illuminated. So the infinite light is really nice. It's a lot of times when I'm doing, especially for an outdoor scene, of course, but a lot of times when I'm doing a render, I'll stick an infinite light in there first, just to illuminate the objects and just to see where we're at. Not always, but sometimes I'll use it. So anyway, that's the infinite light. Okay, so what's all these other mysterious lights here? IES light is something. If I enable it, you can try this at home. It doesn't matter. It'll go to your Finder or Windows Explorer, and it's looking for a specific text file that has data for lighting, and it's only used in architectural rendering. And I have absolutely no idea, how IES lights are used. Okay. Likewise, sunlight is something that's specific to architectural rendering, and if you put a sunlight in here, you're going to get like a lot of parameters here. And sunlight, which we will not use in this course, and I don't use it, and to be honest with you, I don't know how to use it. You can set the sunlight to specific latitudes and specific times and specific months. This is for architects when they're rendering an outdoor scene, and they have to have exact lighting data for what they're working with. So the sunlight, no, we're not going to work with that one. The other one, PBR light, it's advanced rendering, physical-based rendering light, which again we will not be using in an introductory course. So you'll get a lot of mileage out of the area light and the spotlight and the target light. One last thing I'd like to point out about the target light is that I can have as I explained in a previous video, I can have my target light projecting on an object. Remember that you can always go into the General tab, and you can change the target light from spot to area, and a lot of times that will be very useful. Like you might want to have an area light that is always pointing at your object.